when you're running a vehicle and it's using anything from £1,200 to £1,500 a week in diesel alone, before your other outgoing costs, it's very difficult for when you're initially starting off to cope with waiting 30 days for your money. He then introduced me to you guys, Prime Revenue, who then all of a sudden I'm working a week and then the following week my money's in the bank.
Yeah, I'm Robert Thompson. I'm the haulage procurement manager for DFDS in the UK. As I say, I'm a great advocate of the platform and the actual system, and we'll try and push it out with as many hauliers as we possibly can. This is potentially a great scheme for building the relationship with your suppliers and developing a basis on which they can benefit, as well as DFDS benefiting from cash flow, because at the end of the day that is what Prime Revenue is primarily about.
My name is Anne Romer. I'm the Logistics Divisional CFO, and there was a constant drive from our big industrial customers to pay, that they paid us later and later. So that basically meant that we need to find a solution to balance our cash flow in a different way. So there was a high degree of flexibility from the supplier side, and we have suppliers that we would like to onboard in such a program of very different size, different geographies. So we had quite complex requirements. It's a true win-win situation for them and for us.
The supply chain finance which we're offering to our subcontractors is offering us opportunities to do more with those hauliers that we're already working with, enabling us to grow our fleet in the UK and make the consistency of our haulage more sustainable. So once we get these guys onboarded, there's a more incentive for them to stick with us. And also we do hear about them growing their business on the back of the quicker payments which they get through Prime Revenue. I get a lot of positive feedback about the system, and particularly the cost of the system, which all the hauliers have said is very competitive compared to your major banks and other lenders. And at the end of the day, for these guys and for most businesses, cash flow is king. So the quicker they get their money, the quicker they can reinvest in their business, and the more viable their business becomes.
It was just a really easy process. I knew exactly what it was going to be doing for me, for the business. The platform allows you to pull money off as and when you need it. You can have the money immediately on a fixed term, but as I was explaining to Rob before, we have like a flexible term, so we pull money off as and when we need it, all depending if we need to buy anything or we need to invest. We'll just pull money out of the platform and use it. Well, cash is king, isn't it, for any business? So we're able to use that inflow of cash to buy things and to expand. This platform helps us to be able to do that, because we can call for the money anytime we need, and as much as we need, or as little as we need.
It's quite smooth. I got paid my last payment of DFDS direct from Rob Thompson on the Friday, and then literally 7 days later got me payment off Prime Revenue, no problems at all.
We start with the DFDS with 3 trucks. After we start the cooperation with the Prime Revenue and the DFDS, we grow our fleet with only 3 months to 25 trucks. That was the biggest step ever the Britpol made with DFDS and the Prime Revenue.
I say get on it straight away. Seriously, unless you're a multi-billionaire and you're not really bothered, I would get on it straight away. Trev's really helpful.
I would personally turn around and say do it, especially if you're a small business who wants to get a little bit bigger or even larger, then yeah, go ahead and do it.